again, it is so basic. I'm going to give you some really, if you can incorporate this into your life, you will have the most incredible relationships, whether you're the masculine or the feminine. If you're the masculine, please know that women do want your solutions. However, they have to feel heard first, right? So it's so important that the woman can say, honey, I feel X, Y, and Z, and go to the chicken farm and back. And the man has to oftentimes sit there and say, I can see that you're feeling really upset right now. But oftentimes the masculine doesn't do that. Why? Because they go, this makes no sense. And the last thing I want to do is agree with her, right? So we don't speak the same language, right? That's why that book, What Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, did so well, because he did such a great job talking about the differences in men and women in their communication styles. But the woman also has to be able to say, honey, thank you for that incredible solution. If you could just hear me for a minute, I really just need to work through this because I'm just feeling really upset about this. And then we can talk about solutions. The man often goes, oh, she's great. I don't have to provide another solution. And he softens, and then he's willing to listen, and he's willing to hear what she has to say. So men, you don't have to agree with the irrational insanity, dare I say, and I feel like I could say that as a woman, because I certainly know there's times in my life where I've been very irrational because I had an emotion that I needed to feel and I needed to express. And if I wasn't able to express it to my male partner, you know where I went? Right to my girlfriends, because they were going to hear it and they were going to know it. And unfortunately, when we're not really awake and we're not thinking about, well, what's the lesson here? What happens is we get the confirmation from those female friends that our feelings are valid and he should have heard that. And so it doesn't really fare well. I'm not saying to not go talk to your female friends. I'm just saying that if you have the issue with your husband or your male partner, you've got to get in there and use your voice and talk to them, because it's never going to get better by just going and talking to your female friends. Yes, go vent it out, air out your laundry to them, but then recognize that they're going to come at it from that female perspective, and they're going to want to tell you, yeah, it makes so much sense, and yeah, he's wrong, or yeah, he didn't get it, or all of those things, and that will not help your relationship. So it's super important that women, you get in there and talk about what it is that you feel, and men, that you just step back and go, oh, okay, it's not the solution time, right? It's the time to say, honey, I hear you. I hear how you're feeling. And is there anything I can do to help? And let her come up with some things. In the back of your mind, you got the solution. You know exactly what to do, and that's great. Just hold off for a minute or two and let her work her way through it. And I think you're going to find that it's such a beautiful approach, and it's so soft. And the other thing I should say is, if you've been married for many, many years and you try this for the first time, don't be disappointed if it doesn't work right away, because you're so ingrained with your behavior patterns with each other that it's going to feel weird. Like the man or the woman is going to be like, wait, you're hearing me, or wait, you're not providing a solution. So you've got to stick to it, because we also know that dynamic where oftentimes one person's like gung-ho, like I am going to help fix this relationship and I'm all in, and then the other person's not. And then it's just, this back and forth yo-yo, and that's not very fun. But sometimes we have to sit with that and let the other person catch up with our open heart and catch up with our new approach to wanting to hear their or communicate what it is that we're feeling. So it's a great segue into the Awaken Inner Wisdom community. I would love for you to apply. It's a place where like-minded souls can come and get into deeper discussions. So on this show, we talk about lots of topics that all relate to relationships and helping us shift and unravel our minds. And so there's great discussion that happens here in a Q&A format. But in the Awaken Inner Wisdom membership, you'll actually be with me in a closed private Zoom group. And each week we have a really in-depth discussion about a topic, and then an open forum where people can comment and go deeper. And it's created specifically for people like you who are looking for their tribe, who are looking for those higher conscious conversations. And look, I know we all have tons of friends and people in our lives, but a lot of times those friends aren't on the same spiritual ascension journey that we are. We can only go so far with them on certain topics, and then it's like, okay, we kind of capped out. But you desire to have deeper, richer discussions in a place where you can take things that you really want insights on, or you really want to anchor in a different way. And so the Awaken Inner Wisdom membership is a beautiful place to do that. There is an application process, so please go to bethbell.me and you'll see where to apply there. I'd love to hear from you. And there's lots of other resources on bethbell.me. There's the Awakening and Healing Handbook, the Herpes Handbook, the Psychedelics Resource Guide, lots of other things on there. There's the flower gazing module. So if you're someone who's having a hard time with meditation or just quieting the mind, I talk about how I was really able to leverage the flowers into meditation. Actually, the universe really guided me into photographing flowers and observing them and really leveraging that as a way to quiet my mind. So there's lots of resources over there. I can't wait to hear from you. As always, if you have a question and you're watching this on replay, submit the questions to bethbell.me/question, or you can put them here in the comments on my YouTube channel. So I look forward to seeing you again next week. In the meantime, please like and subscribe and hit the bell so you know when the next live is, 11:11 on every Sunday. All right, wishing you only bliss and love until next week. Namaste.